Happy New Year, everyone! Happy New Year! Happy 2025! How are you? What are your goals for 2025? I would be so interested to hear. I went through a visionary goal setting workshop, so I taught a workshop to my women's group last week, and it was pretty cool. Basically, what we ended up doing is writing a letter to ourselves at the so we had it so we imagined ourselves at the end of 2025, December 31st, and we wrote out a letter to ourselves. And basically what we got out of this letter was a condensed word. Like pretty much the whole year was summed up into a word. And so the word that I'm going to use for 2025, the word is thrive. I like thrive because instead of surviving, we're going to be thriving. I don't want to just have a mediocre existence. I want to really thrive, like nourish my body, my brain, my soul, my spirit. I want to do more art. I want to create more here on YouTube. I want to read more books and learn more things. I want to really like soak up all the goodness of life. And so when I thought of that word thrive, it just sort of encompassed all of it. And so that's my word for the year. And a few other words that came up in my writing were calm, peace, self-love. And so if you've been following along, you know that 2025 is going to be a big year for me, and it's going to be a year of me being celibate, single, alone. I already have been pretty alone quite a bit, so it's not that big of a change, but I do have a different perspective on what the last half of my life is going to look like. And so during the 7 weeks that I've had off from work, I haven't gone to my regular day job for about 7 weeks. And so I've really had a chance to figure out my game plan basically for the rest of my life. I kind of have a plan, and instead of depending on somebody else and their plan and what they're going to do, it's my plan of what I want to do. And so I'm going to put all of that into effect today, January 1st, 2025. I'm very excited about that. And sometimes I forget to say hello. Hi, my name is Elle. I'm an ex-Jehovah's Witness, and I'm also a life coach. And I started this YouTube channel to help other ex-Jehovah's Witnesses or witnesses that are inside of the religion and they're trying to leave. I'm trying to cover topics that will really help people to heal and to move on. Yeah, so hello, welcome. So I did a challenge starting in October 1st, October 1st, 2024. I started a challenge and I decided I wanted to post daily on YouTube. And so I've done that. Every single day I've posted a video. There was one day when I tried to post the video and it didn't work. And so I ended up just doing a live, but really I have posted every single day from October 1st till January 1st, so 3 months. And so now, where is the channel going to go? That's what I want to give you an update and let you know that since I'm going to be going back to work and I'm going to be working 12-hour shifts on a rotating schedule, that I am not going to be posting a daily video anymore. But what I am going to do is I am still going to post daily. So you might see a long form post from me, meaning like lots of words with maybe a picture. You might see a short from me, and then you'll see videos from me as well. But because of my work schedule, I've just decided to really consider how much capacity that I have, and I don't want to overdo it. And so I've decided to just, yes, I am going to stay with the consistency of posting every day, but it's not always going to be a video. And so I also want to talk about analytics today. And so if you want to go back and you want to see my journey from the very start, I have a whole analytics playlist. I'll link it in the description of this video, but it's from the very first video that I made for YouTube. And then it goes every single Wednesday, every single week. For 3 months, I've posted a video talking about, how many subscribers I've gotten, how much watch time, because if you want to get monetized on YouTube, you need 3,000 hours of watch time. And then to get cash monetization, it takes 4,000 hours of watch time. Then you also need to have 1,000 subscribers, and then you become a YouTube partner. And so anyways, it's a pretty cool thing, because inside of there's an app once you become a creator that it's called YouTube Studio. You can go in there and you can see all of your analytics. You can see, just really like how are your videos doing. They even give you suggestions of things that they think that you might be able to do better. Things that like ideas or suggestions for different videos. And so that's what I've been talking about every Wednesday, is sort of my journey on YouTube and getting monetized in 5 weeks, and how that whole thing has gone. And so you can go back and watch that whole playlist. But what I've decided to do is to cut back the analytics videos to once a month. And so since today is January 1st, you'll see my next analytics video on February 1st. And then we're going to do that for the year of 2025. Because I've noticed that, with me posting daily videos, what I wanted to see is, what do people really want to see from me? Do they want to see XJW content? Do they want life coaching advice? Do they want to know how to start a YouTube channel? Because another part of me being on here is also encouraging people to tell their story and to tell it in a safe way. So if you're an ex-Jehovah's Witness and you really want to tell your story, that YouTube is a great way to reach a lot of people. And so that's why I included analytics into my first 3 months on YouTube, because I wanted to see, is that something that people are interested in? And what I've noticed is they're not, for the most part, but I know some of you here are like super interested in analytics. And so I'm just going to post one video a month and kind of give you an update of what's going on, because really what's happened is that it's been very consistent with me posting daily. I have my little analytics thing written down here. Okay, so here's between last week and this week. Some people say they can't hear me very well, so I'm using this little microphone. Okay, so this week I have 1,645 subscribers. Thank you so much to everybody that's come to subscribe to my channel. I feel very in awe. Like, honestly, when I read these numbers, it surprises me. Like, there's 1,645 people out there that are actually interested in what I have to say. And then if you're a Jehovah's Witness, think about it. If you're thinking about Kingdom Halls, I don't know, maybe like 100 people in the audience, right? So 1,645, like, so crazy. So 16 congregations, 16, that's pretty wild. And then, so that's just subscribers, because it looks like about 30% of the people that watch my videos are actually subscribed. So there's a whole bunch of other people that are watching that are not subscribed, which is fine. If you want to subscribe, you can. If you don't, it's all good. But the watch time now, okay, let me go back to the subscribers. So about every week, there's about 50 new subscribers. It seems to be pretty consistent for quite a few weeks now. And then the watch time, last week it was 6,400. This week is 6,800, and that's very consistent as well. It seems like every week it's about 400 watch time hours every week. And then with the views, last week it was 100,900, 100,900. And then this week it's 105,900. And so that's been very consistent as well, where it's like usually it's about 5,000 views every week. And so where that brings me up to with my monetization is that in since I have started my channel and gotten monetized until now, I have earned $160.86. And so from last week, that's $30 a week. That's the only thing that's changed, because what's happened is it has been usually $20 a week, 20, 20, 20. So that's kind of the way that has been. So that was kind of surprising to me. That was cool. I do have an option or a little button that says super thanks. And so if somebody wants, they can push that button and they can, donate $2 or $5, 10, whatever. And so I had one of those this week with a video that somebody said, "Thank you so much for helping me with this video. It really spoke to me." And he gave me a super thanks of $5. So maybe that's what kind of boosted it up. So that was pretty cool. Thank you so much, everybody. That's, that the way that you can help me if you wanted to help me. You don't have to, but I don't know if people know this or not, but if you watch my videos all the way through, it really helps. If you fast forward through it, because they are counting like actual watch time. If you do it times 2, I don't think it counts. I think it's like per minute or whatever. But if you watch the videos all the way through, that really helps me. If you comment on my videos, it helps me. If you do the thumbs up, that helps, And so, yeah, I just thought I would mention that because that's just the way that YouTube works. But yeah, that's what's going on with my analytics. It's really very consistent, and so that's why I think I'll just do it every month. But yeah, I made a couple of notes so I wouldn't forget to tell you a few things. But yeah, I do have so much clarity in this past 7 weeks from work. At first they told me, yeah, your leave has been approved. And then they said it wasn't. And then they said it's been kind of a nightmare of going back and forth. Basically, they told me, yes, you are approved that you could take that time off and then you come back to work, but you have not been approved to get paid. So I'm going to have to keep, not fighting. I don't want to say fighting, but I still have to keep pushing. And, they make you go through a lot of hoops because when you do this sort of thing, you have to do it in a very organized way. It has to, okay, well, you have to meet this certain criteria to do this or that. So anyways, I have to go back through, and it's going to be a little bit of work, but I have a pretty good feeling that I'll end up getting paid for this time. But also, during this time away from work, I have been thinking about how big of a deal that it is for us as single women. This channel is for women, although I know the guys are here and we love you guys too. But as a single woman and as a person, maybe you're inside the organization, maybe you've left, but I think there is something very powerful about us as women having our own money in the bank, saved up, and the reason I say this is because I was thinking when I hit a wall 7 weeks ago, when I just was like, oh my gosh, this night shift thing is killing me. I can't. I had the option to not work because I had money saved, so I wasn't too worried about it. And the truth is, I've not always been that way. I had the Jehovah's Witness mentality that if I had money, I needed to get rid of it right away because Armageddon could be coming, and we're not taking it with us, right? And so I've had to, over the years, really deconstruct my thinking of money, and I'm so happy that I've been able to do that. And so I want to tell you too, if you're thinking and you're inside of the organization, you're like, man, I need to have some money set aside just in case, because when you are ready to leave, you know that your family probably they might not come with you, right? but you might have a lot better feeling about it if you have money set aside in the bank. And so this 7 weeks has really shown me how much I can actually cut back on my expenses. And it's been pretty eye opening. You've seen me, and I'll have a video, and I'll be having a Starbucks. I still get my nails done probably every 3 weeks or so. But those are the two things that I have allowed myself. And even with that, I have still done so well on my budget. And so this month for me, or this year for me, 2025, is going to be a no spending year. I'm going to be trying to save as much money as possible, because the 7 weeks has really taught me just how incredibly freeing it is to have a little bit of money set aside. And so one day I'd like to retire, and so I'm gonna be saving more in 2025. So if you want to hear more about that, let me know. I'm not sure. It seems to me like, I don't know, and I'm generalizing, but that Jehovah's Witnesses or ex-Jehovah's Witnesses not too interested in personal finance or money. I don't know. Am I wrong or not? Because it seems like whenever I talk about money, that people I don't know, they're not very interested. But I think there's something to it. That's part of our freedom. You can be a lot more free when you have a little bit of money saved up. It's a peace of mind, and that's freedom too. So anyway, that's what I'm up to in 2025. So yeah, I've gotten very clear in the 7 weeks. I'm like, wow, I've had a complete reset on my life, where I have decided, and I've made a lot of decisions over the 7 weeks, that I know that it's on me. And it feels good. I'm like, okay, good, because I know exactly what I need to do, and who I am not going to be counting on, and the direction I'm going to go in. So that's sort of where I'm going in my life. I'm very clear about my purpose, extremely clear. Then I wanted to ask you, everyone out there, if you're still listening, we're at 17 minutes and 17 seconds. I wanted to ask you if you have questions for me, because I have tons of ideas for videos. Tons of ideas. Look at all these ideas. Okay, and that's only one page. Oh, there's another whole page. And then I've got oh gosh, so many pages full of like ideas for shows, or things that we can talk about, things that I can help you with as a life coach. But I would like to know, what do you want to hear about? How can I help you? Is there a question that is on your heart that is just, it's like burning, like a burning question, or something that you're like, man, if I could figure out this one thing, it would make everything else a little bit better. I want to make content that you want to actually hear, because sometimes I'm like, man, I'm talking a little bit too much about myself, maybe, because all I have is like, I'm my own, I guess I'm my own little guinea pig, but I can tell you what I've learned in my experience. And then I have made a few videos that I noticed really took off, and they were like, it was just like, it was a question, like, I can't remember. Oh, why do I feel so lonely? People really loved that video. Questions like that, So I think I want to do more of that, because it seems like that's what the audience really wants to hear. And if somebody's interested in analytics and they're like, oh my gosh, no, we can't just have it once a month. It has to be more. We could always do like a membership thing. Where I post like a weekly analytics video. If somebody wanted to do that, I could do it on YouTube if people are really interested. If not, it's all good, I'm doing this to help you. I'm doing this channel to help us as ex-witnesses, and it helps me too, because it is, when they say it's kind of like you heal when you're healing with people, like you're healing, I'm healing. I'm healing, you're healing. Like, we're all in this together. Just because I'm a life coach doesn't mean that I have all the answers to the universe. All it means is that I know how to get to the answers. And so I'll say it again just to be very clear, because I was talking to a friend of mine this morning and I sort of described the timeline and she was like, "Oh, I didn't know that." I'm like, "Yeah." So I left the witness, well, I woke up in 2019 after after being gone for a long time. Coming back, I had a big crisis in my life. I came back in 2016, okay? And then I went to meetings and I was like all in because I had been baptized and everything. I woke up in 2019. I heard about the Australian Royal Commission. Well, 2020, I left. Okay. And then a few months later, I was out there dating because I was single for like 4 years. And so by the time I wasn't a witness anymore, I'm like, I would really like to have a partner. So I was on that real quick. Well, just the other day, after being together for 4 years, um, my boyfriend broke up with me, and that's a first for me. I've never had that happen before. I've always been the one to leave, but I had to have him say it this time because I felt like it was coming, but I really wanted to hear it from him, and so that he did feel that way. Yeah, he didn't want to be with me anymore. And so in the past couple of weeks, it was a week before Christmas that he broke up with me. The holidays have been a little bit strange, but not so strange because as an ex-witness, it's like, what do you expect? But but when I had met him in 2020, and then we had moved in together like 9 months later, that is when I found life coaching. So I had left the witnesses, immediately fallen into a relationship, then moved in with him, then found coaching. Then I moved out from his place because it was like, oh my gosh, this is too much. Like I had to finish coach training, and I'm still it's kind of like I'm living with him, but I'm still kind of like a single mom. It was like I wasn't getting a lot of help. And so I knew I needed to do a lot of deeper work on myself too, because when I started learning about coach training, I thought, you know what? I think I have a little bit more healing to do. And so when I had moved out of his place, I had put myself back into therapy, and I also went to group therapy, which I highly recommend. All of these things, they're all wonderful things. And then I finished up my coach training. So anyways, ever since then, I've just been like, say, all of 2024 has been a really big year of me coaching clients, of me really putting myself out in the ex Jehovah's Witness community, of people really just building up this really beautiful community. And so for me, that's where my heart was at last year in 2024. My heart was with the people. Yeah. And I feel like it's my purpose, it's my calling. And there's nothing that could ever take me away from that. I believe in this work so deeply that, yeah, I had to do that. And so what I'm saying is I put a lot of effort into that. And this year of 2025, I want to continue to pour into you, as an audience, as a community, as people that are ex Jehovah's Witnesses, really navigating life outside of a cult. And so that's what I'm going to be doing in 2025. And I'm also going to be working on myself. So I am going to be going back to therapy very soon. It's been with the holidays, it's hard to get a hold of people. And I had to find a new therapist because my therapist moved away. So anyway, so I've been working on doing that. And then I also have my own life coach. And so I'm just going to be spending 2025 alone and really just doing deeper work on myself and then sharing it with you, because there's a lot of things that come up for me that I want to share. I want to share it with you, and I want to tell you the things that have changed my life and the things that have touched my heart, and the way that I see life a little bit differently. I care so much. Yeah, I really do. I care so much because I know there's a lot of people out there hurting, And it doesn't have to be so painful. And you don't have to feel so alone. I'm with you. I really am. Yeah, I feel that. I get emotional too because, well, I'm postmenopausal, and that's what we do. We get a little emotional sometimes, and it's not sad. Like, for real, like, I just want anybody out there that's like a little bit concerned or like, I don't know, are you okay? Is everything okay? I want to assure you and promise you, I am fine. I really am fine. It's nice to have clarity. It's nice for people that don't really want to be around you to really just tell you, hey, you know what? I don't want to be with you anymore. Okay, good. Good to know. Good to know because I don't have time to waste. As an ex-witness, my time it's fucking precious. It's so precious. Time is so valuable to me. I just don't want to waste it on things that aren't aligned with my purpose. Yeah. So this, cheers to 2025. I am really excited about it. I'm so happy for it. And I think it's going to be great, you know. I think it's going to be great to just, I'm going to show up consistently every single day on YouTube. It just won't be the same way, but it'll be close, okay? Because I have a lot of things that I need to take care of, and I want to do it in a really sustainable way. So I'm like, okay, I can do this, you know, because I also have to take care of my health and my fitness, and, you know, I'm a single mom, and I have a leadership position at my job that I'm going back to. So I just have to try to just keep everything balanced. I mean, there isn't actually balance ever, but at least we can try, right? Okay, well, thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for all of your, oh my gosh, you sent me Christmas cards, gifts, your comments, so many shares. I mean, at the end of the week, I see how many times my videos have been shared, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. I'm like, who are they sharing these videos with? I hope it's somebody that's inside of the organization, you know. I've had new clients that have reached out to me because they saw me on YouTube, you know. It's just, man, 2024 was, ugh, it was so good. It was so good. It's exactly what I wanted. It's exactly what I wanted. This is what I pray for, okay? If you're still here, it's almost 28 minutes. I say this prayer so many times. This is the way that I pray, okay? And it seems to be working, so I'll just let you know. The way I do my prayers, I started out with the things that I'm so grateful for, you know. And I'll just tell you, I'm so thankful for all 5 of my healthy kids. I'm so thankful to be aligned with my destiny. I'm so thankful to live in a safe place, to drive a safe car. You know, I talk about all the things that, like, thank you, you know. And I try to make it different every day. So it's like, I can't always be like, oh, thanks for the coffee, but, you know, thank you. And then I talk to God or spirit or the universe or Jesus, whatever you want to call this power that is higher than me. This is what I call on, and I say, you know, a lot of times I do pray for the people that are not aligned with my destiny to be removed from my life. And please bring in the people that are aligned with my destiny. I want to get to the highest of highs. Like, I don't want to just exist on this earth and like just poof, disappear. Like, I'm actually trying to create a legacy. And not just for me, but ex-Jehovah's Witness women. I want to empower us. I want us to see like what's possible. And how can I show you what's possible if I don't even try? So that is really what I'm trying to do. And not that life is going to be better when I'm there. It's not. It's going to be different. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be different problems, right? They always say, you know, it's not going to be totally different, but it's going to be along the way. Who am I becoming? Oh, I'm becoming a lady that shows up every day on YouTube. I'm a lady that that is a creator. I'm somebody that shows up when I have a call with my client. I'm somebody that loves to have coffee chats with all sorts of people all over the world and give them hope and encouragement as ex-witnesses. Like, that's the legacy that I want to have. And so for that, I do pray for people to be taken out of my life and for the people that are for me to be brought into my life. I really want that, you know? And so that's really what I'm trying for. And so that's why with this breakup, I'm not really like, I'm not devastated, honestly. I'm not so sad about it. You know, it is sad thinking, you know, that I used to have a best friend and now I don't, but I always had a best friend. It's always been me. I've always been there for me. And you will always be there for you. It's pretty powerful. And so, yes, this is how I pray. I say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, here's my problem. Please help me. And then I pray and I say, thank you for showing me this problem has already been solved. And I say it very softly 3 times. Thank you for showing me this problem has already been solved. Thank you. You know, people say that I was too quiet on here, but I say it 3 times. And then I say, in Jesus' name, because that's just what I do. And then I say, amen, amen, amen. And I don't know, I do this pretty much every day and every night. And I feel like, and I've done that since I think I started praying like that when I stopped working night shift. That was on November 10th, so 7 weeks ago. And I don't know, I feel so much better. I'm going to go back to work tomorrow. I feel extremely aligned with my destiny. I feel very aligned and very clear on what I need to do and how I envision the rest of my life, which I call the best half. I'm sure you've heard about my women's group that I call the best half. This is the best half for me. And I just want to take you along and just share it with you, you know, and let you know that you're not alone. We're in this together. All right. Well, that's everything. I hope that if you have an idea for a video that you'd like me to make, it could just be like a question that you have, or how can I get past this, or just anything. I would love to know. And so I hope that you would put that in the comments, and I'm going to compile and I'm going to write down a whole bunch of new show ideas. So yes, definitely tell me. Okay, Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you for hanging out for 33 minutes. I appreciate you, and it's going to be a freaking fabulous 2025. No doubt. No doubt. All right. Thanks so much for being here with me. I really appreciate you. Okay. Bye, everyone.